Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cutting Through Conversations that Go Beyond the Plate. We've mostly been talking about issues on the series, but today we're going to go in a slightly different direction. And I've decided to start something new called Deep Dive, which is going to be looking at just cuisines, looking at a very specific and a very narrow focus on cuisines because after all these years of writing about food and understanding food, I've realized that cuisines are a really vast subject, whether it's a community cuisine, a regional cuisine, whatever it is. You can't really talk about the whole thing in quickly. You can only look at very, very specific aspects of it to understand it better, to understand it properly. The minute you try to take on a larger perspective, you kind of get lost for the details. And really, to understand the way people eat, the way different communities in India eat, is really to understand those details which make all of us different, which make all of our cuisines different and make them so special. So, which is why I've decided to do the deep dive and focus on just one minor aspect of cuisine. And today I've decided to start out with the Northeast for the series because, again, it's a whole region that we know very little about, in the mainland India. We've been so separate from them culturally and in terms of cuisine that how things change, how the different communities, how the different tribes eat is not very well known, particularly in a city like Bombay. I think Delhi has more of an advantage because you'll find a lot more restaurants being present over there. You'll find, I think, almost from all the states, you'll find one restaurant at least, which you don't find in Bombay at all. And I think that's one of the great things with Gitika. She's introduced the food from that region, and she's one of the first people to do so. And not simply just the region, but also to work with the whole home cook movement. And she's one of the pioneers in the city. So I thought it was really fitting to start out with both, a region that people don't know very much about, as well as someone who's spent her time educating people on the cuisine. So we're just going to wait for Gitika to join in. I don't think she has as yet. No. But glad to see so many people back here again. Uh, People who've been fairly regular, I have to say. So good to see all of you. And we should start the minute Girija gets on. I hope that she has electricity and a connection. She was a little concerned about it. Um, so, yep. Yeah, so I just got a message. And okay, Gitika. Hmm. Ah, there she is. Huh? Yeah. Hey,
Hi.
Gitika.
Hi.
Oh, okay, wait. Sorry, I forgot to put on my earphones. Great. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And let me just do a quick introduction and then we'll start chatting. So, well, Gitika was used to be a marketing communications professional before she gave up her job to create an identity for the unexplored Northeast Indian cuisine in the culinary world. So she's hosted a food show on the India Food Network. She's done food pop-ups in New York and every major Indian city. And she's also launched a brand of Northeastern gourmet pickles. At present, she curates menus and holds pop-ups in select restaurants and five-star hotels. And when she's not in the kitchen, she will be caught supporting her favorite F1 team on and off the circuit. So, Gitika, great to have you. Uh,
Thank you
hope
so
uh, hope you've been safe and well. I hear that Assam is suffering from floods, so I hope everything good with you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for the lovely introduction, Antoine.
Great, great, my pleasure. So, Gitika, we're talking about seasonal Assamese food, and we're going to be looking at fish. Now, coming from Bombay, and you've lived in Bombay, we're all really used to having just seafood. But I'm guessing in Assam, it's going to be largely freshwater fish at this time of the year.
Yes, fresh water. So when I say fresh water, it can be rivers, then the paddy fields and the small the wetlands. So
Okay.
normally during monsoon, because the water level rises and it's not very safe for the fishermen to go and venture and then do fishing, people depend on these wetlands or the paddy fields or ponds, which if someone has an access to their own pond.
Okay, okay. So what are these wetlands exactly? Can you tell us?
So these wetlands can be, so normally when a river changes its course. Now the place from where I belong or where my in-laws are from, I should say my home now. It was actually a land. It was actually a river course many years ago
Right.
because fertile, and it is extremely fertile, I should say, and it has left behind many such wetlands, which actually has a small stream which ultimately will connect to the river Bhoroli. Bhoroli
Okay,
is a big river of this side and quite dangerous because it is
okay,
it's Arunachal. The current is very the current is forceful, you can say. So we
okay,
have many.
okay,
And today I tried to source many such small fishes which we eat during this time, like your doricona, which we say the putimas we get, or small doricona or tora. But I managed to get only one fish, which is a goroi. Today,
okay.
I can show
Yeah,
Antoine
please. Yeah,
this
please.
small fish. It's a snake.
Oh, okay.
I got two of them.
Oh, okay. So, and what do you do with these fish? How do you
So
prepare them?
So this fish, Antoine, and all our viewers, is that extremely good for pitika. So we roast them over wood fire.
Okay,
With the, so it is roasted with the scales. So when it is cleaned, it is easy to clean the scales which gets burned in the process.
okay,
Like
okay.
a mash, like a mash or a pitika, which we call it.
Oh,
Extremely famous sound. Goroi
yeah.
mas pitika.
Okay, okay. So you use the full fish, right? The whole thing.
Yes, yes. This is a tiny fish. Now this much.
Yeah.
So it goes this day.
Okay, okay. And this is only available in this season, or you'll get it the rest of the year
Uh,
as well?
this mostly throughout the year, but then during this time, it is more easily available in the wetlands, or if you have a pond access to it. I mean, if you have an access to a pond.
Okay, okay, okay. And what are the other fishes that you were talking about, and how do you use them?
Okay, the other fish will be Doricona, which is extremely small, as tiny as this. Not
Okay.
much. So you
Okay.
hardly, it just mash, you know, over running water. You just like this, and it gets clean. No skin,
Okay.
nothing to be. So we wrap them in banana leaves or tora leaves or
Okay.
wild cardamom, tora
Wild
package.
cardamom.
Yeah, wild cardamom. The English name is wild cardamom leaves. So we
Okay.
do also use ginger leaves. The mango ginger,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
adrak, which we call in Bombay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Use that leaf to wrap it and then and steam it over either over wood fire, or you can do it in over a tawa in your gas.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. And oh, sorry?
And the aroma is lovely because you you do not use any spices, I should say.
Okay. So you're really just getting the full fish that I mean is in the banana leaves. So you're getting the flavor of the leaf and the fish really.
So Antoine, what happens this time is your paddy sowing season
Okay.
in the field. So when you clean the paddy and all, you get these tiny fishes, get stuck somewhere in the paddy fields, which is
Mm-hmm.
why this small to mostly in the paddy fields in
Okay.
this season.
Okay. Okay. And so is it all mostly these small fish? There are no big fishes that you get at all?
Small fishes, yeah. In paddy fields, only small.
Okay. No, and generally, otherwise,
Uh,
apart from the
you get big fishes, but normally what is believed at this time of the year during of floods and all, river water level increases, it is not safe for fishing. So fishermen
okay.
do not venture out even because of Shravan Mahina. I think some people here also, like for my in-laws, they will not eat fish during this season. Number one, because the fishes are breeding, eggs and all. It's like to
Right.
balance that ecological balance and all. Many people do not eat fish because of that reason. So what we are left to is to eating. I mean, like me, I cannot stay without fish. So I will, look out for people who are selling the small pockets from, because in my village home, though we have a pond, no fishing allowed, they will say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And well, moving to the vegetables, I mean, I would imagine that at this time there would be an abundance of vegetables in
Yes.
Assam and generally there.
Yes.
So let's go through some of those.
Yes, sure. I have got like loads of vegetables.
Okay, okay,
This is your teasel gourd, we call
okay.
it Karela, which you got Kantola in Bombay.
Kantola, yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, if whether that's. Oh, okay.
Then have the bamboo shoot.
Oh, okay.
We have
Very
to
nice.
clean.
You have to clean it. Okay.
And yeah, how can I forget the jackfruit seeds? Jackfruit seeds?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, so what do you do with the jackfruit seeds?
We will either dry roast it, make it like a chutney with
Okay.
and green chilies. That is one way. Another way is to make a mash, boil it and mash it with mustard
Okay.
oil, like your aloo pitika. Another one is to make it with in dal. So masoor ki dal.
Mm-hmm.
We clean this and again that is all fat because we all eat dal, and this
Okay.
definitely normally fight not for the dal or jackfruit.
For jackfruit. But isn't this a bit late for jackfruit? I mean, in India, normally uh, jackfruit season is April, May, really. So isn't this a bit late?
Yeah, here in Assam it is late. So the
Okay.
rice has started hitting the market now. It is always late
Oh,
from the
oh,
rest of.
oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And any other leafy vegetables or any other vegetables that you've got?
Yeah, so what happens in Tuan is that during this time we have a lot of vegetables, but I will not say leafy greens. Leafy greens are a little low compared to your winters. What I have with me is jute leaves, which is very common.
Okay. Jute
So
as in the fabric that we use?
yes, this is the jute leaves. And
Okay.
then can I favorite everyone's, or how can I forget everyone's favorite are the fiddlehead ferns.
The fiddlehead ones, yes, of course. They're very, very famous. So,
Yeah.
what do you all do with them exactly now?
So fiddlehead ferns are cooked in a variety of ways. Like it's cooked with jackfruit seeds, it's cooked with fish, it's also cooked with baby potatoes, it's cooked with pork.
Okay.
Yes, otherwise it's just stir fried. You will not believe these days, every alternate day I'm eating fiddlehead fern.
Wow.
You come to Assam in this season, you will be fed fiddlehead fern.
Okay, okay. And what is the taste exactly of it right now? I mean, I'm sure not everybody has had it, not everyone has experienced. So how would you describe it to people?
It is a very little slimy, I can say. It's a very bad word.
Well, as long as it's accurate, yeah. Huh.
uh, it's so normally what happens is that we have to whenever I have carried it to Bombay, I mean it's transported, the sliminess is a little more. If you eat it
Okay.
fresh, less slimy.
Okay.
And same is the case with your jute leaves. Again, very little slimy, but best goes with pork. These two
Okay.
dishes that best goes with pork, or else just eat stir fried with little bit of garlic. That's it.
Okay. And what's the flavor like for fiddlehead and the jute leaves? Is there any specific
Uh,
flavor that you would describe?
Fiddlehead won't have too much of flavor, which is why I would say it goes very well. It's like a very neutral kind of thing with my personal taste, which I think. Otherwise, people say, when I have introduced in Bombay, people say it has got a slight umami. Someone says it's got like a umami kind of flavor. But I don't know, probably it's everyone's personal taste. Jute leaves is like your bitter. So,
It's bitter.
yeah, it's bitter. Until unless people have a people love bitter as a taste, will not really enjoy it. Plus, it's slimy again, like bhindi.
Okay. 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 And do you eat them by themselves at all, or is it always in combination with something else?
It is eaten just as it is also.
Yeah.
Either you can put it in, make a boil vegetable of these leaves, or else mix it with chicken, mix it with pork, or anything else, or with khar, the famous khar. Some also does a khar with it. So my mother, what we do is that these jute leaves are not available throughout the year. So we
Right.
tribal, what we do is that we will pluck the tender leaves and we'll dry it, sun dry
Okay.
it. We
Right.
use
Okay. Okay. So then you just
yes, sorry.
so you just add it then into your gravy or whatever it is, and it rehydrates automatically
It is mostly eaten with pork, the
with
dried jute.
pork.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then the flavor, the bitterness must be more intense with the dried one.
So what we do with the dried one, we soak it in warm water so that a
Yeah.
little bit just goes away, or else the impurities or mud and whatever it would have collected while drying, sun drying. But yes, it lends a little bit of hint of bitterness to your dish, which is why
Okay.
the tribes love this combination.
Oh,
So
okay.
jute leaves is served as a dish, they would expect bitterness to
To
be
be
there in the dish.
okay. And we didn't talk about the contola. I mean, now you've been in Bombay, and I mean, so you've seen it how it's being used over here also. So how do you all use it? I mean, what are the special dishes that you all work with it?
The main thing is the difference I found about Kantola there in Bombay and in Assam is that the ones that are available in Bombay are quite small and
Yeah.
the seeds and they're not tender. I never find it. Whereas these ones are extremely tender. You can use the seeds also. You can eat with the seeds.
Okay.
So we make it a normal stir fry with haldi and namak. We also make it pork, tripe
Okay.
pork. And we also make a mash with this. Or many people also make, yeah, we make a mash with boiled egg, hard boiled eggs.
Oh, okay. That's unusual.
Yes, it's really, it's good. It tastes good.
And is that like a breakfast dish, or I mean, for a side dish, or what is it?
It's mostly a side dish if it is served during your in our lunch or dinner. If it is served with sticky rice, how the farmers eat in the morning, then it is a main dish.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Interesting. And what about the bamboo shoot? What is it now? Use the normal, the regular way, or in the monsoons do you do it differently?
again, bamboo shoot is only available during this season,
Okay.
which is why now the thing is that bamboo shoot, it looks so big, long, but by the time we get it, it will be like this much, like what, 200 grams.
Really? That piece will when you once you clean it.
Yes, yes, the wastage is so high. I tell you, of this, I think I'll be just getting like 200 grams of bamboo shoot edible
Okay.
every waste.
Oh
And
wow.
this bamboo shoot, yes, since because we have the jackfruit seeds, we make a mash of jackfruit seeds and bamboo shoot, the tender ones. We boil it and then mash with the jackfruit seeds.
Oh.
And then whatever remains, we ferment, like how you get the fermented bamboo shoot to be cooked
Mhm.
with pork, cooked with fish, to be cooked with chicken, whichever way then you want to.
Okay, okay. So all the bamboo shoot dishes, like the bamboo shoot pickle and all of that you all make, it's all
Yes,
prepared in this season for use later on.
absolutely. You're right.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's really interesting. And so you must be really happy to be there in the monsoon to have all of these things fresh. I'm sure that in Bombay you wouldn't have access to any of this.
Absolutely. It's been, Antoine, I have come to Assam, or I have visited Assam in this season in my last 20 years. In my 20 years, I have never visited Assam, you can say. During this,
Wow.
so you can imagine the amount of feasting I've done definitely.
Well, we're all very, very envious and very jealous of you, Gitika. And it's lovely that you're getting a chance for you to kind of rediscover all of these foods, which I'm sure you probably grew up with, and things that your mother and your family cooked.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
Part of my childhood growing, phase.
Okay. Okay. And so you've been cooking a lot with these ingredients.
Yes, yes, I do. I have,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get back to Bombay for my college.
And you'll be bringing these stuff back with you as well? Is there a chance?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. So we have a question over here which says, can you talk a little bit about khar? I think
Oh, wow.
people are not clear what that is.
Yes. Okay. So khar is, how it is, how we tell people that South Indian is known by dosas. It's a very bad. It's not the right way, but we Assamese people are also known as khar khua Ahomias, because khar is something is synonymous with the Assamese community. How we generalize South Indian with dosa and all. So
Okay.
khar is now the plant of a banana never goes waste. Be it the
Right.
leaves, banana peel, or the roots, or the stem, or the banana flower. So the khar is actually prepared by burning the peel of the banana and the roots of the banana. They're first dried. Either the peel is dried or the roots are dried, sun dried. Then they are we powder it.
Okay.
And the ashes are collected. So water is passed through it very slowly, like overnight, and we get a very gray color liquid that is called khar.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if we add that khar to any vegetable, for example, if you add that khar, that liquid, it's actually, you can say, the organic soda bicarb, if I have to say.
Interesting.
And if you
Okay.
add that papaya, it's called papaya khar. If you add that liquid while cooking bottle gourd, it's called bottle gourd khar. It's like that.
Okay. Okay. So this is again, is this a monsoon dish or it's prepared any time of the year? Okay. Okay.
And
And
and the versatility
yeah.
of a khar is that in our grandmom's time, it is used to use the best conditioner for hair,
Oh.
and the silks
Okay.
are used with this khar water.
Wow. So it's only the water. I mean, you have to have it with the water. You can't have just the ash independently.
So we can't have the ash. Water has to seep through it.
Okay. Okay. And I think he's asking what is the flavor, or
Okay.
does it add any flavor to a dish?
It doesn't add flavor. I would say it added a kind of texture to the dish. For
Okay.
example, if you're cooking pork, it is a very different kind of texture to the pork. And it helps cooking, if you're adding to leafy greens, for example, mustard greens, yeah, it helps to cook a little faster. That's why I said it's the organic soda bicarb, you can say. Which
Right.
doesn't
Right.
harm,
So I didn't get the last bit.
which doesn't harm anyone's tummy. I mean, it is actually good
Okay.
for diet. When we have to detox, we say after eating a lot of masalas, we definitely need to go back to have a khar dish.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like something that will absorb not simply toxins, but a lot of strong flavors.
Mm-hmm.
In the body, almost like a charcoal in a way, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fabulous. I mean, it's amazing how so many so many new techniques and different techniques you find in different parts of the country, and everyone has something that is so special and unique. I think that's absolutely wonderful about a country this size.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. It's really, I mean, and every part of the country, you go to any season, you visit the country, each state in any season, they have something special not other to offer, isn't it?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And the monsoons are, even the monsoons itself, how it's kind of interpreted, the ingredients that you get in different parts of the country are completely
Yes.
different, and it varies from region, and also the time. I mean, I think at the start of the monsoon you'll get some vegetables, and as the monsoon progresses, other ones will come up.
True, true.
Yeah, is that something that you find in Assam as well? That over the monsoon period things change in terms of ingredients?
Yes, yes, definitely. Be it vegetables or fruits. For example, when I first landed in Assam, I used to get the jamun.
Okay.
I jamun season because I was in quarantine. By the time I finished my 14 days quarantine, the jamun season is gone.
Oh God.
I was just late by 15 days, trust me.
Oh
And
man. Oh man.
now,
Oh, what a pity. What a pity. But I mean, you've got still some time, so there's a whole bunch of other things to explore. But
yes.
Geetika, thank you so much for spending time with us this evening, and for showing us all these things. All of these, I mean, I've heard of bamboo shoot and some of the other things. I didn't know that Kantola was something that y'all also get. So it was really fabulous. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sourcing all of those ingredients and actually showing us what they look like. So thank you, and thank you everyone for joining us and for being a part of this evening. And I hope that we'll be able to do a lot more deep dives into all other communities and all the other regions of India. So, guys, take care, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you next week on Monday. Take care,
Thank you.
Gilika.
Thank you.
Thank you.